Hey, what is going on, Scorpios? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. Yeah, finally got a Bob Ross t-shirt. Absolutely love it. I've been trying so hard to find one for years, but I never find one that didn't look cheap. You know, but I love to celebrate people that make me happy. And I remember as a kid, even now I still watch his videos. They're so calming, they're so positive. The guy just got a great vibe. And it's like, these people have great vibes. We should celebrate them more. We should put them out there more. There's so much bad in the world right now. There's so many things that we're seeing that nobody needs to see, but I try to put out more of a positive vibe, and people that are positive, I try to promote them, and that's another thing. Like, I've talked about it before. One of my favorite readers, I have a few that I like, but one of my favorites, Ramblin' Mike. Love that guy. His vibe is just so real. He always, takes the time to, chat it up with me sometimes when he has better things to do. And it's like I said, ever since I started my channel, in one way, shape, or form, he's kind of always been there for me. And, people like that, it's authentic. It's been years. And even though I haven't been on his channel as much as I used to, even when I go on there, as soon as I say, what's good or whatever, he's right there to acknowledge that I'm there. Like, he's a good dude. And he just has a great vibe. If you haven't, check him out. He actually reminds me of my cousin Rob so much. And Rob is like that too. He's one of those guys that he could be sitting in a rainstorm covered in dirt, and he'd still have a smile on his face and still have this positive vibe about him. And I think we should celebrate people like that more. But, comment down below, who do you like? What person makes you happy? What person gives off that vibe for you? We need to celebrate good people. We need to put that out there. Put the love back in the world. A lot of darkness. The only way to get rid of the darkness is to light that shit up. But anyway, comment down below. I'll stop chatting. Let's get it. Here's what is going on for Scorpios. What message do we have for Scorpio universe? All right, Scorpios. So the first thing I'm seeing is I feel like this is someone that you already know. We have the Six of Cups. I feel like you're familiar with this person. Now with this person, I feel like they're not consistent. As a first and foremost, they're not consistent. I feel a lot of hot and cold energy. 1 minute they're there, 1 minute they're not. And I feel like they talk a good game, but I feel like when it comes to actions, they don't show up. They don't put in the work. They can talk about it, but I feel like when you need this person, they don't show up. When shit hits the fan, you're all by yourself. Now I feel like with good times, they're always showing up, and like I said, it's, I feel like there's a very manipulative energy in this person. I feel like a lot of gaslighting, kind of making it feel like it's your fault. When anything goes wrong, they make it feel like it's your fault, and it causes you to overthink with that Four of Swords. But I feel like you already know. I feel like you already know that this person isn't being honest with you. They're not being truthful with you. Like I said, when shit hits the fan, they don't show up. And I feel like this person tries to convince you that it's your fault. But I mean, your intuition is telling you something. You need to trust it. No matter how, your intuition is not always going to tell you what you want to hear. It's never going to tell you, lies. It's always going to tell you what you need to hear. And it may not always be what you want to hear. But that's the nature of it all. This person, I feel like this person thinks about stability. I feel like they have a hidden agenda. They're not with you out of why they're not with you because of why they tell you they're with you. They're with you for their own hidden agenda. This person is with you because it makes sense for them. Their stability. I feel like there's a part of you that knows you can't trust this person, knows that they're not honest with you with that Queen of Swords in reverse. I mean, and it's not going to get better. With that Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the trust isn't going to be gained. You're only losing. This person shuts you out. And like I said, every time they shut you out, every time they make you feel small, I mean, they make you feel small to match them. And when they do that, when they cut you off, they're hurting you. And that's their intention. And no matter what they try to tell you, no matter what kind of game they play, this person breadcrumbing just to keep you around, giving you enough, it's like, it's like being someone's prisoner, and they're not feeding you to keep you strong. They're feeding you to keep you alive. So they're just giving you enough. It's a self-imposed prison. I mean, they're not only are they cutting you off from them, but they're imposing that self-imposed prison onto you. Now, like I said, I mean, there's quick-moving energy here, but that's what happens when we meet people like this. It's a sleight of hand. I always, refer to when people do magic tricks. They're over here while they're doing something back here, but they want you to concentrate on here, and they're like, hey, look at this. But I'm over here doing some other sneaky shit. They move quickly because that's the way they confuse. And like I said, there's moments when you're seeing right through their shit, but they're convincing you you're just looking at the negative. I mean, they're putting this narrative on you. This is a very toxic person. Like I said, the gaslighting, the making you, rethink everything. Always try to putting the blame on you. We have the Two of Swords. Not being able to see what's right in front of you because there's so many illusions this person's portraying. They want everything to fit their narrative. But what happens here, like I said, I feel like once they can't get any more from you, I mean, it's not going to change. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. I don't feel like you're going to get what you wanted, what you expected to get from this person. No matter how many promises they make, they'll always be broken. And I feel like it leads to you getting hurt. That Tower moment is coming. It's not a matter of if it's coming. It's a matter of when it's coming. And no matter what, you're going to be the one holding the bag. You're going to be the one that's going to be hurt. Because emotionally, this person isn't invested in this. Like I said, they're worried about their stability. They're worried about what you can do for them. And any moment, like I said, they're always trying to trick you. They're always trying to pull the wool over your eyes. And it's one thing that kind of pisses me off. is when people do this to people. It's manipulation, lies, manipulation, um, always making you feel. It's very narcissistic. It's almost like the definition of narcissism. They get what they want, and when they can't get what they want, when things don't go the way they want them to go, they blame you. They make you take the blame. They put the blame on you, and they're okay with watching you suffer, thinking you're the problem. Always defending yourself to this person. And what happens is they're so good. People that manipulate, they're so good at it. What they do is they try to get, they're really nice for a long time until they think that they have you. It's like when you're out fishing. You put that hook out there, and once you got them hooked, you pull them in. And sometimes you give them a little bit of slack, and you let them wear themselves down, so they're less of a challenge to pull in. And it's sad when people do that. It's a weak characteristic of someone. It's poor character. But one of the things I really want to emphasize to you, and I mean, this is a silver lining. I always want to find that silver lining. It's a Sagittarius in me, but I feel like there's new opportunities coming for you. There's at least a new opportunity coming for you, and I feel like you're not going to see the sun as long as this person's putting clouds in your life. There's something new coming for you, and as long as you have this person, doing what they're doing, you're not going to see it. And I don't want you to miss this new opportunity, because I feel like it's a big one. I feel like there's a lot of big things coming for you. A lot of things that you deserve are right there around the corner. We just have to take that few steps to get there. And sometimes we have to close the wrong door, for the new door to open. This person's holding you back from what you deserve. And as long as you allow them to, they'll continue to do it until it doesn't suit them anymore. But like I said, if there was, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of emotional connection to begin with. I just feel like this person saw you and what you had to offer, and they took advantage of that. And like I said, they can act lovable, they can act like there's a future, they can act like, but it's all an act. What they were selling you was ice cubes. What I mean by that is, I can sell you an ice cube, put it in your hand, and in no time it dissolves to nothing, because it was nothing. It felt like something because they wanted it to feel like something. But very soon, all you got is a handful of, your hand's wet. You get a little puddle in your hand. And it ain't worth nothing. But like I said, I feel like there's opportunity. There's an opportunity coming your way, and I feel like it's coming very quickly. And I feel like it is something that you're not going to want to miss. But I don't feel like this connection is getting better. Like I said, that's the sad part. I've seen people do this to people. I've heard of the stories. But anyway, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries. Have some Aries in there as well. Aquarius, Libra, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I think I said that. But yeah, I've seen people do that. I've seen people manipulate people, and some people do it for years. You think you get to a point where, okay, this person keeps doing it. They keep being consistent, so I can trust them. And once that thought comes in your mind, it's like they know about it. It's like they know, and now they screw you over. Now this is when the games begin. They got their hooks in. Some people it doesn't take as long. But with manipulators, you got to remember, most people that are really good at manipulating have had practice. And some people want to be under the delusion that, I'm too smart for that. I'm too good. I'm going to spot that. They can't do it to me. I'm telling you, there's some really, really smart people that have fallen for it. Because like I said, when you live in a world where, like they do, where this is a common thing for them. They're used to it. They've been doing it so long that they're good at it. You know, you've done anything for a long period of time, you're going to get good at it. You know, and it's, like I said, it's sad because they're taking advantage of people. And it's such a narcissistic thing to do, to just use people and use their feelings for you against them. Or use your feelings for them against you. It's such a bad vibe. You know, and it, like I said, it's, generally speaking, the people that love you in your inner circle around you, your friends, your family, they see it. They see it better than you do sometimes. I'm not saying you should always listen to people around you, but if everybody around you is saying the same thing, you know, maybe take a step back and see if what they're saying is valid. But don't let people, I'm not saying let people, your family and your friends and all those people decide who you're with. It's just if they're all saying the same thing, maybe it's time to take a little deeper of a look. But, you know, lesson learned, right? You know, I dealt with the same thing. You know, I was with somebody for a long time and I never knew who they were. I thought I did. But turns out I had no idea. And I consider myself smart. I've always felt like I was an intelligent person. And I thought it would never happen to me. But it did. It stings, but the best thing I could do is figure it out. And the moment I figured it out, you know, it's sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow, but swallow it you shall. Drink a little water. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.